Congratulations again to Octavia Kears, the homecoming queen for 2011 here at Pelham High School, tonight being homecoming. And again, a little bit of a slow start trying to get this thing back underway. And I've just had a moment to check the clock real quick. 1:58 left to go here in the third quarter. And of course, needless to say, we've just been reported that Seminole has a running clock with a 50-0 score, so it's now down to 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, so they're not going to get to lay 100 on Stewart. Hence the reason for the running clock. Keep things like that from happening. We still got to hold up here. Now we're ready to go. Ready to go out of the shotgun. Terrell with the football. And the quarterback is going to pass it incomplete. Boy, it feels really good. Not quite sure that I'm comfortable with this score, but it's beginning to sort of feel like the Hornets have this thing under control. They definitely are in the position they need to be in this one. 28-14 is our score. Terrell abandoning pretty much its run game, so they're beginning to look like they're on the desperate side of things as they will pass again. The pass is completed 3 yards downfield. After the catch, they'll run for the first down just shy of the 45-yard line. In fact, where they marked it, it looks like he might be just a bit short of a first down. Nope, he got it. So it is a first down. I don't know if it's that official over there, but the down marker in the football, to me, have not been lining up, and they're still not lined up. And the pass is thrown to number 7, Jatori Jones for the Green Wave, and it goes incomplete. Usually that official on the far side, marks for the guy where, look for his heel and you put the thing down. And to me, it looks like the football is on the 48 and maybe I'm just looking at it kind of weird. But it looks like to me that the down marker and the chains are maybe a few, maybe about a quarter of a yard forward from that. Back to pass, pumps one. Looks like he wants to run. Now he's going to throw. Has a man downfield, and he can't hang on to it. It goes incomplete. Boy, give Scott some credit. He looked like he was going to run, then he decided to back out and look downfield one more time, and he fired it down there, and I don't know how you can do any better than lay it into the man's hands, and he just could not hang on to it for him. And it was DeCoven Ware, the intended receiver, and it just bounced in and out of his hands. So that is going to bring up a 3rd and 10. And they have, as I said, totally abandoned the running game. Looked like towards the end of the first half that this throwing out of the shotgun was going to work for them, but it has produced nothing so far in the second half. They will again pick up about 3 yards on a pass, but it's after the catch yardage that will get Terrell a first down in Hornet territory. Mark it on about the 43. So it's a 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line, looks like. And we're down to 44 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. And they'll throw once again to that receiver on the far side. This time it goes incomplete, and that will stop the clock just shy of the third quarter, running out of time here. And it will bring up 2nd and 10 for Terrell County. Oh, hooray, hooray. Stewart just scored 6. 50-6 is the Seminole County Stewart score. Still, I'm sorry, nothing to report on Mitchell County. We understand Miller and Calhoun were tied at 6 apiece last we heard, and Westwood was leading. And the pass is downfield, and the pass is incomplete. Almost picked off by the Pelham Hornets. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 from the 43-yard line. Terrell got into Hornet territory here, and now the drive looks like it may be stalling. I would think at this point, though, inside the 50-yard line, that Terrell will probably take 2 shots at trying to pick up the first down, even though it is going to be a 3rd and 10, 3rd and long situation here. You know, that we're still in the third quarter, but you get the idea these guys are getting just a touch on the desperate side. Scott looked. Now he's going to roll around. Now he's going to put it up, and it's anybody's football. It's nobody's football. Incomplete is the pass. So it's 4th and 10, and I would fully suspect that Terrell's going to go for it. I would be totally surprised if they didn't. I have been surprised on numerous occasions in tonight's football game. As we're down to 14.1, and they are taking a long look at this thing. Now, finally, the quarterback brings the play into the huddle from the sideline. Jacarius Scott out of shotgun. 4th down play. Dancing around. Fires over the middle. And it's caught. First down, Terrell. Down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line on that play. And the clock stops with 6.5 seconds left to go. And they are hurrying down the field.
That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter.
And the quarter will come to an end. They do not get another play off. So we'll go to quarter number 4. Terrell trying to move the football on the Pelham Hornets. And the Hornets are up by 2 touchdowns. Back in a moment. Football in Mitchell County, Q92 point. Kick it away, or actually it is, I'm sorry, Hornets getting set to receive it after Terrell County scores on the previous series of downs. So Pelham will get the football right back here. Hanging on to an 8-point lead, 28-20 here on homecoming night in the Hornets' nest. And the coaching staff of the Pelham Hornets frantically signaling something, trying to move players around on the field prior to the kickoff. We did see an earlier onside attempt by Terrell. So that's probably what they're calling for, and this time they're going to kick it away. It's going to be taken on the 18. And promptly brought up and brought down on the 29-yard line. And I believe it was Brandon Bostic on the carry. Brandon Bostic carrying the ball on the return. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Pelham Hornets. Next week, our game of the week, we travel to Cornell as Westwood takes on Crisp Academy in game number 8 of the regular season. Game number 9, excuse me. Game number 9 of the regular season. Pelham is going to pick up nothing on the play. Wow, it's a loss. Loss of about almost 13. Well, excuse me, almost 3. It's going to be 2nd and 13 is what I meant to say. Yeah, I'm still working on that high advanced math there. I couldn't get it right. It will be game number 9 and 10 that we will follow the Westwood Wildcats as they work for a perfect season. So it'll probably be the 2 region games that they will be challenged the most if they are challenged. And Pelham will end up with nothing on this. All of a sudden, boy, I tell you what, Terrell's defense is looking like world beaters. This is a game that's just taken so many little ebbs and flows. And right now, Pelham came out of a place where they were moving the football, Lorenzo Jackson carrying the ball that time, to now a place where they can't seem to pick up any positive yardage. Loss of a yard on the gain when all is said and done, or on the run, certainly not a gain. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 14 for the Pelham Hornets. Getting an interesting time of the season, and oh, there's a fumble on the field. It was Maurice Young that got the handoff, but not quite. And Pelham was able to cover the football, so they didn't lose it down here deep, but Pelham will be forced to go into punt formation and kick the ball away. Final, Seminole 50 and Stewart 6. So oh man, it hits the back of a Pelham player, and it is down to just shy of the 40-yard line, so not a real good punt at all. In fact, if the punt had been a run, it would not have picked up a first down. It would have been 3 yards short, because the Hornets on that play needed to run it up to about the 39-yard line or the 40-yard line, and this is going to be down on the 37.5. So that was an odd deal, and it hit a Hornet in the back as they were running down the field on the kick coverage. So Terrell with a short field here. Let's see if they can get anything moving. They were able to score last time they got the football. We certainly don't need them getting more points on the board here. Scott is going to dump it out across the way, and after the catch, he motors down and gets close to the 20, inside the 20. In fact, they'll mark it on the 19, and that is a big pickup there for Terrell County. Inside the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Green Wave. Well, I wish we could give you a Mitchell County score, but so far we don't have one, and that would be interesting to see. I have a feeling, as again they will pass it, and this time Pelham will have a lot better coverage. The pass is complete for about a 4-yard pickup, but that's about all he's going to get on that catch. I have a feeling that Mitchell's probably doing a pretty good job with Randolph Clay tonight, but I would certainly like to hear about it. We know now that Seminole County has gone to 5-0 in the region, with only 2 more region games to go, and most likely headed to a perfect undefeated region record. Scott is going to pump. Now he's going to run, and now he's going to throw, and the pass is incomplete. I think he would have been better served just to tuck it up and run it. There's been a couple of times that he has pulled up, and it's one of those cases we've talked about before where he just seems like he's trying to make something happen. Should I run it? Should I try to get it downfield? He's gotten a couple of big plays, and, you know, he wants to get another one, but so far it's just not working for him, fortunately for the Hornets. But they are down here with a 3rd down play coming up, and he is going to head to the end zone. Oh, in and out of the hands of number 10. Oh, that would have been a score. Joe Ward drops the ball. So it's 4th down and about 6.5 to 7 yards needed for a Terrell first down. Football is resting inside the 15. Let's call it the 14.5 of Pelham.
All right, Hornets fans, let's hear it. It's a big 4th down.
So big 4th down play coming up for Terrell. And the Hornets have him on the run, and the quarterback goes down at the 25-yard line. So the play will result in a loss for Terrell County. And not only that, the play will result in the football going over on downs to the Pelham Hornets. There was a penalty. It was holding the call against the green wave. It's, of course, declined, so the ball will go over on downs to the Pelham Hornets. So with 8:16 left to go, 8:16 left to go here in the 4th quarter, Pelham 28-20. I had to take one last look at the scoreboard just to make sure I wasn't dreaming here. Man, this has been, after last week, this has been a good night. Pelham, though, back into that offensive situation where they cannot move the football, it doesn't look like. There is no gain, in fact, a loss on the play. After they, I had to wait for him to spot it because it was one of those deals where he was driven back, but you knew they weren't going to put it where he ended up. So they mark it down just inside the 20. It's a loss of 3, almost 4 yards on the play. It's going to bring up second. Well, we might as well say second and 14 coming up for Pelham. And off to the races as number 12, Cody Godwin on a quarterback keeper, and Godwin will pick up a first down. Boy, he got hit pretty hard, but he pops right back up and comes to the near sideline. And checking out is Clifford Stewart, going in as Trevon White. And returning to the huddle for the Pelham Hornets is Godwin with the play that he just got from the sideline. 1st and 10 for the Pelham Hornets, just inches shy of their own 35-yard line. Godwin directly under center. And will hand for a pickup of about 2 yards. I'm going to see if I can figure out who in the world that was. Was it 34? 33. There we go. And, of course, that's Lorenzo Jackson for the Hornets. And after they set it down, it's actually a 4-yard pickup on the play. That'll move the football to the 38-yard line. Pelham still in their own territory, so it's Pelham's own 38. And looking at second and about 6. Sort of the long side of 6. Got a receiver out wide to the near side. Wing T formation. Wing back goes in motion. Going to hand it to the left side wing back. And he cuts back towards the middle. It's number 33 again, Lorenzo Jackson on the carry. And he'll end up picking up about 3 yards on the play. It's going to be short of a first down by about 2.5 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 2 yards. 2 yards, we'll say. Football on the just shy of the 43 of the Pelham Hornets. And they need to pick up 2 on this play. Need to keep this drive alive and eat up a bunch of clock. That's would be a good thing to do. Godwin, wingman goes in motion, hands off, and instead this time, well, it was Jackson lined up right behind the quarterback, and instead of as a wingback, and he took the handoff straight up the middle, but is short of the first down by a yard. So it was a yard pickup. He needs to pick up 1 more yard take it from the 48, actually less than a yard, take it from the 48.5 to the 49 to pick up a first down. So the Hornets, since it's such short yardage, are probably going to talk it over here and go for it, but they got to decide what they want to do. So we'll take a timeout as well. Back in a moment. Back at the Hornets' nest, 4th down play coming up for the Pelham Hornets. 4th down play, they're going to give it to Jackson. Jackson bounces to the outside, will pick up the first down and more as they get into green wave territory at the 47-yard line. Boy, he needed, while we were away, they brought the chains out and measured. And it was indeed a half a yard he needed. He got plenty more, and he got the football into green wave territory. Mark it at the 48, we'll call it. Not quite the 47. What that does is we're at the 5-minute mark, and, of course, Pelham can eat up the clock here if they'll keep this drive going like this. Lined up in the wing tee. A little bit of discussion there. Godwin looks around. Now he's under center. Wingman on the right side goes in motion. Hands it off straight up the middle. It's probably Jackson again carrying the football. And he will work his way down close to the 45-yard line. 4:35 left to go in the football game. Pelham with a 28-20 lead and the football. Here's the deal. I mean, it's pretty sensible that right now the game plan is hang on to the football, keep this drive going. It doesn't take the most brilliant football mind to know if you've got the football, Terrell can't score. They can't score, they can't win. Wing T formation again for the Hornets. Wingman from the right side goes in motion. It's Brandon Bostic this time. And Bostic will pick up close to 3 or 4 yards on the play. Looks like he gets it to the 45. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5. 3rd and 6. Actually, now I look at it, well, let me look at this thing. Yeah, 3rd, 6.5, almost 7. So it wasn't quite as good as I thought. Pelham will take time out and talk it over because they want to hang on to it. We will as well on the official voice of high school football. Again, the strategy here is obvious for the Pelham Hornets. We need this yardage, and that'll keep Terrell off the field offensively. So let's see what they got planned to pick up the first down. 3rd and 7. Terrell 45. Hornets with the ball. Wing T formation. Receivers wide to either side. Left side, wingman goes in motion. Got to hand it straight up the middle. Nothing doing. Football, in fact, is loose. And I think Pelham has it. Wow. See where it's going to end up. It's going to bring up 4th down. Pelham is going to have to punt. 3:33, clock continues to run. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We may not be done. Region game, it can't end in a tie. So Terrell gets a crack at trying to score and get a 2-point conversion. They're going to try to block, and they do not. It's not a particularly high punt, but it's going to take a very good Pelham Hornet roll down to the 24-yard line. So that's the job Terrell has to do. Move from the 24-yard line, score, and then get the 2-point conversion. And, of course, Pelham's job, very clear. Stop it. Stop it now. We got a penalty flag. We got some kind of discussion going on. I think we do have a penalty flag out here. I think they're going to make it kick it again. Illegal procedure. Pelham called for procedure, so they'll have to kick it again. Well. Well, I don't think we want to risk a return, that's for sure. And they're lining up like they're going to send everybody. Oh, bad snap. Pelham just does get it away. Not a good kick at all. And it takes a less favorable bounce for Pelham this time. And it's one of those deals where, again, had it been a run, they would have not picked up a first down. So a couple of back-to-back, not counting the negated punt there, but a couple of back-to-back bad punts for Pelham. And Terrell now has the football on the 46.5, their own 46.5, needing to go 54 yards for the score and score a 2-point conversion to send this thing to overtime. 28-20. So hang on to it. Grab the radio and squeeze it tight as we're trying to will the Pelham Hornets to a victory here tonight. It looked like they really had this game for a while, and now they're going to have to play defense. Scott rolling right, fires downfield, incomplete. One down is gone. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Terrell from their own 45.5 yard line. In all reality, 54.5 yards away from the goal line for the Green Wave of Terrell County. Second down play. Terrell will send 2 receivers to the far side. 2 receivers to the near side. Scott will be in shotgun. Blocking back will flank him on the left side. Right side, actually. And Scott will roll to the right, will look, has a man complete, and he is brought down immediately. Great job by the Pelham Hornets to get all over him. And let me report that number. Lorenzo Church, a sophomore defensive back, come up and made the stop. And there's a penalty flag. Is there a discussion on a penalty?
On the 48-yard line, not hit by Lorenzo Church.
Church made the stop. Jatori Jones, the catch for Terrell County.
Pass ruled incomplete.
And they ruled the pass incomplete, so it comes back to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. I sure thought he caught it, but I'll go with that. So they go with no huddle. 3rd down play. Scott over the middle, in and out of the hands of his receiver, incomplete. 4th and 10 coming up for Terrell. And that poor quarterback.
We got another 4th down coming.
Jacarius Scott, a junior, has had the night of all nights as far as nightmares. You can't do any better. You put the football in your receiver's hands, and they just fail to catch it. And that was right there. That would have been a first down for them. Instead, it's 4th and 10. Here's your ball game for the Hornets if they can make the stop here. Scott, shotgun formation. 2 receivers to either side, blocking back beside him. Rolls right, looking, dumps it off. And he's going to be cut down 2 yards short of the first down. It's Pelham's football. Ball game. Well, Pelham's got to hang on to it for 2:35, but I would say hopefully they can do that. Wow, cut him down 2 yards short of the first down. Missed it by that much. Calling on a line from 60s television from those of you that are not of the same age that I am. Godwin directly under center. 2 backs lined up, split in the backfield behind him. And he will hand it off to Brandon. I've called his name 100 times tonight. Brandon Bostic, of course. And there's practically no gain on the play, it looks like. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10, maybe 10 and a half yards as the clock continues to start. It's ticking down. In fact, for some reason, they've stopped it at 2:17. Oh, a timeout. Timeout on the field. We'll take timeout as well. Of course, Pelham's wanting to run it off. So it's going to be a 2nd down and a little bit more than 10. And the handoff is to Brandon Smith. And Smith comes near side. Smith is going to be dropped for another loss. And Terrell is going to take another timeout. We'll take timeout as well. Back in a moment on the to pick up a 1st down here if they want to hang on to the football the rest of the game, or either make a decision to go for it on 4th down. We'll see. It's going to go to Brandon Smith again, and Smith is going to pick up the 1st down. Smith gets the 1st down, and now I can feel good in saying ball game. I might have been premature in my announcing ball game a while ago, but that was a big, big run by Brandon Smith, the junior running back, wearing number 1 for the Pelham High School Hornets. And it's odd that they stopped the clock and then the official just signaled start the clock and the chain gang is finally moving the chain. That's strange. Down to 1:53. And if I have figured right here, Pelham doesn't need another 1st down, right? They're taking all the time that they can. And they are going to give it to Smith, and Smith is going to run down to about the 24. And that looks like, check that, 34. And that is going to be another 1st down for the Pelham Hornets, or maybe not. It's close, but they are signaling that it is short. Okay. It is a 1st down. So a little bit of confusion there, but they do move the chains, and it's going to be a 1st down. So I would say now the Hornets are in good shape unless you fumble the football away. And Cody Godwin will bring the Hornets up, will take all the time in the world before he calls for the snap. He's in trouble. He gets away. He makes a lunge back to the line of scrimmage and will pick up about a yard on the play. They had him by the jersey in the backfield, but he got out, and Pelham will not have to snap the ball away. Will not have to snap it again, and they will end up winning this one by a score of 28-20. So they will come to the line of scrimmage. I believe they will have to snap it. I misspoke again. They're down to 20 seconds left to go. Yeah, snap it, take a knee. That is it. Ball game. Pelham wins it 28-20. And I will get my standings out here and do a little bit of calculating to see what this means. You beat Calhoun County at the end of the season, and I think you've got that number 4 slot. And all of a sudden, this makes the Mitchell County football game, which has for years and years and years been for county bragging rights and nothing more, all of a sudden now becomes a battle for playoff position. And it's probably going to be the most important game between Pelham and Mitchell County that there ever has been in the history of that series, and we are looking forward now to broadcasting that. It's a Saturday nighter in a couple of weeks,